The Army Reserves celebrates on April 23rd each year its birthday, and this year we are marking 112 years of contributions spanning across two world wars, the Cold War, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf War, and many other missions. And I am very honored to be joined this morning by Senior Commander at Fort McCoy with over 35 years of service to our country, Major General Joni Daniels. Good morning to you, Major General.
Good morning to you, Jennifer. It's great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to start by having you explain to the folks at home, to civilians like myself, about the Army Reserves and exactly what it does.
Oh, thanks for asking. So we are about 200,000 strong, spread across 20 time zones around the globe. And we are primarily what you would call support and service support to the Army. So we are a lot of your enabling capabilities. So your engineers, your MPs, your intelligence folks, we've got cooks, we've got transportation, a variety of different skills that help support and enable all the combat forces to do what they do.
And how is it different from the National Guard?
So we don't have, well, first of all, we're always a federal force. So we belong to the President of the United States, and not to a governor. And so we're similar to the active component in that manner. And then we don't have a lot of maneuver forces, which makes us different from the Guard. We don't have infantry battalions or brigades. We have all those support enabler kinds of activities to support the active component.
So Fort McCoy trains thousands of troops every year. That number continues to grow. Why do you think Fort McCoy is said to be among the best places to train in the Army?
So Fort McCoy is in a great location. It's accessible by air, actually, if you wanted to come in by boat, you could. You can get to your way to La Crosse and then in from there. You can come in, through rail transport. And by highway. So we do a lot of different exercises in terms of using our capabilities to get us there to McCoy. And then while you're there, it's a great four-season environment. You can train in different kinds of weather conditions. It's got 60,000 acres. Lots of indoor, outdoor simulation ranges. So there's a variety of different things that you can do, not only if you're Army or Army Reserve or National Guard, but we also bring in the different other services. The Navy and the Marine Corps come in. We also have folks from the state come in and do training there. So it's got a variety of different things and capabilities to support all kinds of different training.
And something we are so proud of here in the area as well, in our region. I wanted to talk a bit about COVID-19. Organizations are adapting across the globe to what is happening with this pandemic. How has the Army Reserves had to adapt or change?
So in terms of adapting to COVID, one of our challenges is, so how do we keep doing our battle assemblies, our weekend drills, which you typically do a weekend a month in your 2 weeks, mostly in the summer. So we've converted a lot to virtual battle assemblies. What kinds of readiness activities can we do electronically? Reviewing our personnel records, doing distance learning, doing seminars. So I actually held a virtual battle assembly this past weekend. We did our staff meetings, we did updates, and we did training. We also did resilience training. So we're doing a lot of things in that manner. But in terms of actually supporting the United States, we've taken a lot of our medical units, completely reconfigured them, and built what's called an Urban Augmentation Medical Task Force.
That's a big word.
So that's a large acronym. But those are about 85-person medical professionals and support staff that we've sent out 15 of these across the United States to support areas of need. We've also sent out engineers and other capabilities. So we're adapting to the needs as are required by FEMA.
Well, I need to ask you specifically, so you have a long list of accolades in your 35 years of service, but have you ever dealt or seen anything like you are seeing with this right now?
So this is a unique case where we've got the Army Reserve and the Army supporting the U.S. citizens. But it's similar to other missions that I've had to work, which is such as supporting the Africans in Liberia as they went through Ebola, or supporting folks as we go through hurricane season. So the Army gets the mission, we do an analysis, what are the requirements, who needs what where, and then we start moving capabilities to help support those that are in need.
I wanted to specifically ask you, a civilian employee at Fort McCoy did test positive for COVID-19 in late March. Has that person recovered, and have you seen any more cases being diagnosed there?
So thanks for asking. Yes, that individual has recovered and is back teleworking. And any of those who had been in proximity and in contact with that individual, no one else has come up positive, which is a great story. So we had actually started some of the social distancing at that point, and fortunately we had no other cases related to that individual. Since the end of March, the Department of Defense has not reported numbers out in specific locations for operational security reasons, but overall the community is quite healthy. We're taking measures, social distancing, mask wearing, hand washing, not doing non-mission essential activities while still maintaining readiness and care and continuing forward.
You mentioned the community, and since we're marking a big birthday today, 112 years, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the economic impact that the Army Reserves has across the country, but specifically in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
So across Minnesota, there's been about $186 million each year that the Army Reserve contributes to the economy. And then in Wisconsin, it's about $320 million. And that has to do with salaries, equipment that we're using, things that we're purchasing in the area, and the number of people that we have across both of those states. So it's a fairly large impact, and we have a lot of good, positive relationships with community and government officials.
Wow. Well, impressive numbers, an impressive birthday. And we just want to say here from News 8, thank you so much for all that you do in our community and around the world. And we thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you for letting me come on this morning and to commemorate 112 years of the Army Reserve.
Thank you.
Thank you.